and both champions have options to kind of disengage if they get jumped on, and Seraphine can always just throw Qs to face check bushes anyway. You have Hawk
He
shots.
very healthily just walk down towards bottom lane, and so we're going to see that trade of objectives and just a little bit of relief from the pressure from IG in their bottom lane, what they've had to deal with versus the double ranged.
Yeah, I definitely was concerned that YCX was about to forfeit the lane advantage by walking into the tri-bush, but thankfully he knew that...
Showing this right now. They get mid-push first, now they're just fighting, so that'll be 4 grubs going over to LGD. JJ's walking forward, has to lose the flash.
That's the Ash arrow, but they still have the Encore available. They're going to turn right onto Gala. They get this flash. They're going to peel off for now. Weaver's Wall from Rookie tries to cut them off. Mako's in, looking for the backline. YCX is the target, and First Blood goes over to Jeja. Now, can XQW, Climber, and Shaoya fight this one out? It's a 3v4, and they're kind of split. Trying to turn on the Jeja first. XQW getting a lot of damage. Climber flashes out and manages to survive, and the punt away, trying to save Gala, but it's not enough. XQW is sliding on them. He's astro gliding. Look at this Azir go, and now Rook is completely routed off. LGD, this is what we were talking about, Alka. Wow, we were so damn excited about this roster, because they're pulling this off again. And it just seemed like multiple opportunities were kind of fumbled. But for LGD, I was just kind of enamored with XQW on the Azir. Even the flash looked a little silly, but you know what? He made it work, and he was putting out so much damage, and it just didn't seem like IG was being able to go blow for blow.
Try to get vision, try to get damage down onto this top tier 1. It's going to force the response coming in from Rookie, but how do they ever enter into the river?
Double engage onto Mako, but he had his ultimate ready to use again. Climber tanks up the engage. Here comes Sasa flying in, but the Ambessa, maybe the Shy can get some done down, but they just push him away and deal with him like he's a fly. And Jeja is still trying to get stuff done in the backline. Rookie aiding.
Let's go, Shaoya.
Oh, wait a minute. LGD are now losing on their front line. And just like this is what we were talking about for IG to make magic happen. They forced the opportunity, and they brute force down the door. YCX cannot rejoin with the rest of his comrades. XQW, the only surviving member, and what looked like a decent fight from LG, ends up disaster for them.
I don't know what happened there for LGD. They, again, weren't firing all on the same targets. It seemed like some of the misgivings of this team, they got a little bit too swept up in some of the hecticness of that fight. And now IG are going to find a huge swing in their advantage. They already were up now 2,000 gold because of them winning that fight. They'll grab the Herald, and they have push on mid. They're almost going to take this entire turret as well.
The Ash arrow was up before then, since they had tried it just what seemed like a couple minutes ago on that bottom tri-bush, but, you know, past the pass. IG now taking advantage of their map control for now will pick up the 3rd dragon of the game, making it 2nd for them. An arrow flies, doesn't get a chance for, given a chance to play the game or participate in the game, but now, as you called it out, 2-item power spike for Ambessa. This is where it can be really difficult to actually try and deal with her, despite all the disengage options you have on LGD.
And I want to talk about our push, make sure they're able to take their recall timers when they can. YCX trying to find him.
Ult for ult trade, but the arrow's going to tag him. Encore is going to lock down the Shy further. Do they have enough burst damage? Yes, they do. LGD silence the Ambessa, and that's a 5-on-4 for now on the map for the next 35 seconds. Otacon is available, and I think that's going to be the force for LGD.
They can, but there are still some really key ultimates, and as long as IG can stall them, it's 25 seconds before Thashai is up and available. He doesn't have teleport. They're going to try and rip it. We talked about with AD carry Ashe and with this Azir, their ability to hit on objectives is very strong, but Gala is making sure this is very difficult, and now you've got Rookie and Jeja pincering maneuvering onto this play.
Yeah, Mako's trying to look for the backline right now, flanking for the left side, but now LGD dropped the Otacon, immediately turned for the cow, tried to slow him down, but he is not threatened enough to try and pop the ultimate for now. The Otacon is actually getting aggroed in a weird spot here, so it is still at 7,000 HP, but will finally reset, and Rookie is looking for a good flank with the Weaver's Wall. He wants to cut off their retreat pattern. He's going to cut off the minion wave for now, and they've bought enough time that the Shy is back on the map. It's still 7,000 HP.
There's an Azir turret behind them trying to protect. LGD are making a really risky play. Here goes Rookie.
The wall cuts them off. They have to funnel in towards the bottom left here. Jeje flashing away, trying to buy time. Rookie turns onto Climber. They take out the jungler. Now it's just a 4-man squad against the 5. There's the public execution, finds YCX. And you talked about before, Alec, if you are down ultimate spells on LGD, you are just sitting ducks for IG to punish. They don't lose a single man. A 5-for-0 ace, and the Otacon is theirs.
They should have just let the Otacon reset and they tried to end the game. These were some of the issues we saw for LGD, which is, hey, they have a gold lead, they feel like they're pressured to try to end the game, and unfortunately find themselves now...
Heartbreaker for LGD fans watching this game play out, especially considering how well the early game was going for them. This was a composition that just needed time. It just needed patience to let the item wake-ups go further and further into the game, where they would eventually outscale IG. IG were the ones under pressure to play faster, but the fact that they were gifted away back into the game, I mean, that's where experience is going to trump some of the overzealousness of these rookies from LGD and IG. I mean, yeah, maybe they didn't have the cleanest early game, but they're not going to waste an opportunity like that.
For sure, and we were looking at the bottom lane very early on. Again, double range matchup for LGD. Not having that much of a massive gold lead coming out of the lane, and now Gala finishing 3 items. His items are a bit cheaper, but I think the fact that he is so far ahead of his counterpart here in the Ashe does kind of spell out some of the worries that LGD are finding themselves in.
Squad.
Okay. They do see JJ on the top side of the map. You see the pings coming out. JJ thinking that he's on a flank mission. He'll see XQW thanks to the wireframe.
The Vault Breaker kind of clips him in the middle there. The Encore is going to stun him up, and JJ's got nowhere else to run. Good patience and a pick there from LGD just as the Baron spawned.
The fact that they weren't able to get the mid-tier 1 away from IG is causing it very difficult. Some difficulty for them to actually contest. Now, Bessa trying to stay in Fog of War. Look at where JJ and Rookie are. They're nowhere near this objective. They're going to be coming in from Tribrush.
Oh, they're looking for the flank, pincering right onto the 5-man group. YCX tries to break up the fight with the Encore. Climber pops the ultimate as well, but they've lost their backline in an instant. And LGD, this composition has been fully broken by IG. Damned they try, but it was just not enough. The Infernal Soul is claimed, and it could just be enough time for IG to finish the game.
35-second death timers. You've already got the TP in mid. It feels rough. LGD, those first 15 minutes looked so good, but it was 2 back-to-back fights where they made some pretty big mistakes. They weren't able to kind of accentuate some of the strengths of their team composition with this Azir, and unfortunately now find themselves down the barrel looking at a 0-1 start to the group stage.
Yeah, and if you're an IG fan, considering at the time, we did not know what kind of level Ninjas and Pajamas were going to be playing at, but then getting what we considered was a big upset over IG, then turned out to be, hey, you know what? They ended up being the first seed in the group, so maybe a kind of a snap check reality for IG, but now in this group, you want to be one of the first 2 seeds. You want to be making a deep run into playoffs, and having performances like these is the way to do it. As they find the snap engage, once again, cease and desist forces the hand of LGD to turn back and kite. Climber and Sasa trying to stand in front and block as much damage as they can, but I mean, IG, they got Baron buff, they got Infernal Soul. They're making quick work of these structures, and they're just going to move into the top lane to do it all over again.
Another minute and a half before that Baron goes down. They still have so much room to play with. A lot of waves. The mid and the top wave are going to be crashing around the same time, so they continue to apply pressure here. They need to be able to kind of close out. You don't want to be giving a lot of gold over, but you're 14,000 gold up.
LGD waiting for the time. Okay. You know what? He got a flash out of Gala. You know, that's the.
We take those.
I think what XQW was trying to do looked pretty slick. Unfortunately, they are down 15,000 gold, so I don't think it doesn't matter anymore. IG gonna do away LGD quickly and swiftly. LGD do what they can, but it's not gonna be enough. IG win the first game of Group D.
Okay, so they start off front line, so they need to be careful about when they find their fights. If they can hit their item breakpoints, then we have suddenly a situation where they can take down some of the front line here of JDG.
While Alla didn't have to burn, his public execution does give him at least a little bit of relief in the lane, but Zika burning it just to make sure that he has guaranteed prio for Weiwei to secure these grubs. Shun making sure that he can at least get the cross-map objective for the first dragon on the bottom side of the map. So far, Alk, it's been a pretty quiet game on both fronts.
He should know that with those with the grubs going down, That Weiwei is on the top side. Haichao did have first move, but you already see Scout moving up towards the top side. Should be in range for that ultimate very soon. And this could be very dangerous for LNG if they're not able to execute properly.
LNG, don't do it. You gotta know that Scout is gonna be there for the play. The public execution dashes to the right side. Haichao tries to use the in-between worlds to buy some time. And at least for LNG, they pick up first blood. But Scout...
Perfectly fine with that if you are JDG.
Yeah. And for LNG, they're... Hang on. Shun could be looking for the play here. Missing, flashing forward, gets the root down. Good night, Jewel. And the kill gold goes directly into... It's gone. Now you are hoping for, at least in the mid-game, Weiwei and Haichao to sync up anytime Pays is overextended in a lane by himself, and just look to try to all-in him. You have the first item, Power Spike, coming in from Haichao and Weiwei. That can be a decent window. Otherwise, you are just hoping for Zika to come online with 2 items on this Gwen and be the factor that actually destroys the Kai'Sa.
But look what's happening on this other side of the map here. They wait so much time to try to see if they could go for this dive onto Allah that they lost the Dragon on the opposite side. And
the synergy
no.
with
Haichao.
Missing on the Nico links up with Allah once again and being able to take out Haichao. And the rest of LNG, they're just kind of scrambling to find any sort of pick opportunity, but JDG...
around Scout and trying to deny him advantages in the side lane. Again, JDG, first out of the map. Weiwei's on the top side, but there's no contest for these objectives. Their ability to fight on mid-wave is pretty limited, and Weiwei this entire time, and he's just slipping behind more and more in terms of the map. Scout just takes the blast cone over him. He's like, oh, cool, look, there's a Vi here. All right, well, cool. I'm going to hold mid. I'm going to supply my AD carry with some defense and put ourselves on slow
Keep
point.
on trucking with their scaling advantage. And like we said, the only linchpin that LNG can kind of look to as a equalizer is Zika on the Gwen. Hasn't been snowballed super hard. Definitely got a couple of wins in just at least the one dive they made on the top side and trying to get a little bit of extra gold. Does have a CS advantage and some gold from the plates that they were able to get for Zika, but it doesn't really inspire a ton of confidence as, Jwo tries to look for a control ward, but thankfully, Voldic turns him into a Pokemon. Tries to retreat him back, and now the rest of JDG, they just need to retreat. Zika on the flank, looking with the needlework. They turn right on top of Allah, but missing by some time with a nice Pop Blossom. JDG still got to kite this one out. Pays is on 2 items. Can he really rip them? But LNG on the wake up, making sure that they can brute force the way in, but Scout goes back in with the flash taunt and tries to open up space for Pays and Shun to buy time in this fight, but Voldic is finally finding his moment. He's going to look for the red, but Pays kills him! What the heck, Pays? He's able to stand his ground and show him who's the better AD carry on the map.
It's the full Acathian rain, just fully targeting Photic there, but still, huge teamfight win coming in for LNG. This opens up the game, and finally, we get signs of life from
even closer to what I imagine should be a Gnasher's Tooth coming in 3rd item. And once Kai'Sa hits that breaking point, I think LNG's window will truly be eclipsed. They have equalized the gold here, Alk, but it's still not enough for LNG to be confident about their state in the game.
I mean, 2 items coming in for most of their champions. We're expecting for Weiwei to be finishing
Hero's entrance is going to provide enough safety for Pays. It's just an ult for ult trade. Weiwei also forced the flash, so now has 1 less tool to be able to try to make those engages with. And JDG, knowing that they've pushed Weiwei out of the jungle, out of the river, it's just going to be ripping the Otacon here.
I don't know if this is legal. I mean, hey, Haichao's in the side lane right now, pushing. He's going to get the teleport in. It's half HP already going down.
Zika gets
Weiwei's nowhere nearby.
Yeah, Weiwei
What's
can't get in. No flash, and that is the Otacon secured. They should be able to pick up majority of these blood roses. LNG still trying to see if they can look for the fight. Immediately, Allah finds Haichao on the left side, and Pays can reposition with the killer's instinct. They find 1 missing. Pop Blossom onto 3, and now it's JDG on the offensive. They're the ones turning the heat on. Zika at least equalizes 1, but it's still not enough. Photic tries to retrieve Jewel, sends him to safety, but he cannot save himself. JDG on a tear right now. Long enough for JDG to really punish. They're just trying to force LNG out of the river so they can secure the soul for themselves. Missing, trying to set up for another Pop Blossom angle, but he doesn't have the ulti for another 7 seconds. Pays just getting killer instinct. Okay,
he stole
the soul. He denies it, but Pays rips him apart. And missing flash Pop Blossom once again. They don't even need the damn soul. They wipe the whole team off the rift. JDG, triple kill for, it's a quadra kill for Pays, and that's the game.
We need to report Allah, man. He just stole the Penta from Pays. I can't wait for the JDG voice comms to come out. It's 30 seconds. There's no Baron here, so maybe JDG won't be able to end. They have a lot of damage. They have a big minion wave. JDG are looking to start off the group stage with a 1-0.
I mean, this was kind of expectation from JDG, but they did it with such flair and such style, I can't even be mad. JDG showing up as one of the big dogs in Group D, and they close out their first game of the day.
Expected win for them, and honestly, they're going to be playing very similar to having like an Ahri composition, where yes, you can go for the dive, but what I really want to see from LGD is them setting up a round of objectives, getting that's exactly like you were saying, the ultimate economy. They no longer have that available. Xiaoya finds a pick.
Blade Caller, a lot of damage. Xiaoya just keeping his distance and positioning right outside of the turn range. The flash forward from Fodic, but he still has a barrier.
Fodic!
Double barrier, double flash. Oh, Fodic! He wins the 1v1. Okay, and the action continues in the mid lane. Paranoia, they turn out the lights, but Haichao gets jumped by Climbers, cease and desist, and LGD first dragon gonna go the ways of LNG. No contest from Climber. He's gonna try to make an opportunity happen on Zika, who
look at Haichao though
in the first exchange for 1v1 between Sasa and Zika. And as you called out, there was a potential move from Haichao, but XQW pushes up on the minion wave, tries to maintain vision. So now this should be an opportunity unless XQW drops his position here. Haichao still locked under the tower, so this should be clean from the side of LGD. Flash cease and desist, but the public execution goes through. Well played by Zika.
How does that ultimate land? I thought he was in the hollowed mist, so he should have been untargetable. Maybe it's just some Mbessa gameplay. Maybe I'm also just seeing things. That's okay. It's late. It's almost 3 a.m. It's basically 3 a.m. I'm willing to give myself excuses on this one, but they need to help clear this wave, and Talia's taking a recall.
Sasa forced to flash away from the Paranoia. Zika can easily get in range, slicing and dicing his way through with the Drake Hound step, and
her passive is just insane when you read what this is available. I'm going to hold that as Weiwei and Jewel are in the area, but doesn't seem like there's going to be a top lane dive. Maybe around this. I think it's a bit risky. Jewel, don't do it, brother. Don't do it. The ward is fake. The ward's fake.
Jewel forced to flash away, and Zika's just like, yeah, I'm not helping you, bro.
It's more difficult for them to assert themselves on the map, and they're a team that is reliant on LNG walking into them first. So we'll see how LGD are able to find themselves kind of in an advantage in this game. The gold is even, but we're not seeing them really play to some of the strengths that we saw from the same thing, and we already saw what happened, right?
Exactly, so, yeah. That part they should have learned from. Okay, Juo is caught out and is just forced to engage here. Hero's Entrance is going to come over the top. Maybe Haichao can buy something and salvage another play, but cease and desist right on top of the Galio means that now Haichao is in trouble. He's flashes, and YCX pulverized flash. Bring that butt back here. We're eating Galio tonight, and LGD pick up another 2 kills.
All right, he said there was some beef in the lane.
LGD have already shown that they're kind of over-eager in making the plays. You can just punish and counter-engage, which is kind of what's happening right now. Weiwei pops the Paranoia, but forced to flash away from the side.
Where is YCX?
Zika's trying to go in, but Haichao with a nice flank, but just cannot save and bail out Zika from going down. LGD, 4-man strong as a unit, just able to kite out their threats one by one, and they're
able to get out of that play, and that'll be able to find more kills, more picks.
They should feel confident in being able to supply a lot of damage and burst if they find the right engage, despite being down Paranoia, but it's come back up off cooldown. YCX takes up the engage, and you know what? That's good enough for LNG. Immediately blinking out the support. That's a 5-on-4 guaranteed. And LGD probably just lost their opportunity at denying what could have been LNG's 3rd dragon, as now they turn on the engage, turn out the lights, and it just might be going from bad to worse for LGD. They jump right on top.
Climber!
The Rift Herald! He saved himself, and now he's getting multiple knockups on the other side. Weiwei gets collapsed upon. Haichao flicked backwards. Zika is able to at least answer one back, and he's going to try to see if he can layer even more
in jungle. She can just 1v9 a Baron by herself. She has so much healing, especially max HP, and she does so much more to monsters. So I like this from LGD. They go for the Gambit. They understand how much damage they do around objectives, and that'll be a voracious Otacon going over to them for free. So I need to see in the next 2.5 minutes, how aggressively are they going to play? Because in that same timer, Infernal Soul is going to be spawning as the soul point is reached for LNG. They're going to try and make this play around the mid lane, mostly just to protect the turret. That's still going to go down, and that was double teleport, so they need to make this play work.
The eyes are on Photic. He still has both summoner spells, but I don't think there's any point in burning them now since he is already dead to rights. Zika manages to get a teleport and deny what could have been another kill over to LGD. This sets him up to at least get some vision control in that bottom river since we are still 2 minutes away from the 4th dragon of the game.
Okay, and look, now they get to push in on mid. They use this Gwen who destroys turrets now with the Nashor's Tooth. Also finishing a Seeker's Arm Guard, so we'll have at least a mini zone. Is YCX!
He's going in. Hero's Entrance is going to come right on top, tries to dissuade the engage as much as possible. Zika is ripping through them with the Drake Hound Step, and maybe this was just a little bit more than LGD could actually handle. They were trying to limit Test LNG, trying to brute force their way through that bottom tri-bush, and LGD have to give ground because Haichao does have the high flank on the left side and pushing in through the mid wave, threatening the tier 2. Weaver's Wall comes out over the top, trying to block LNG from being able to get into the Dragon Pit, but it's still 5,000 HP. They turn out the lights. This is so playable for LNG, but they just turned right on top of Weiwei. If they can take out the jungler, there's no chance for a spike contest. And now the rest of LNG have to depend on their damage dealers to try to win out the fight. Xiaoya secures the dragon. Soul is denied. LNG cannot do it. They only find YCX, but that is not good enough. LGD win the fight.
And the pings go out onto the Baron. You have this Gwen move over to the big purple worm. And LGD are fighting for their lives. It was not an easy game for them to play in the first 15 minutes. We saw a comedy of errors from both of our teams here. And even in that last fight, not as clean as maybe we would have wanted to see, but LNG are not able to secure the Dragon Soul at this time. It'll be the Dragon going over. It'll be the Baron here.
Photic?
Can Photic channel Guma?
Nope. It's a little too late.
This was the Gwen that we wanted to see in Game 1 from LNG for Zika, and now we're going to be able to see it from Sasa. So he is going to have such a large amount of damage, and he is going to be, I think, veritably a massive raid boss for LNG to have to deal with.
And for the first time, LGD have surmounted a pretty sizable gold advantage, about 5,000 for themselves as they're barreling down the bottom side of the map, taking out the tier 2. Zika's able to equalize at least one turret back on the top lane in that T1, but the Weaver's Wall is going to try to cut off Haichao, clips him with the Unraveled Earth, forces the flash out before Climber can get in range with that Ball Breaker. Nicely timed from Haichao, but now down to Summoner Spell. Zika has teleport. I don't know if they're going to try to look for a teleport flank or just hold the line. Chain of Corruptions goes wide from Photic, trying to engage onto YCX. Still has the ultimate available. Doesn't pop it quite yet. Finally now, Climber turns it on with the Seasoned Assist. Pulverized Flash once again. Punts in Haichao. The Flashless Galio now under fire. And Sasa's ripping him to shreds with the scissors. Sasa on this Gwen. Remarkable in this second half of the game as now the rest of LNG are forced to scramble under the might of LGD, making the siege happen. Zika still has the... Turn off the TV, bro. It's a Jover. LNG gonna seed the inhibitor. Photic trying to put in some pressure with these arrows, but there's not much can be.
So that was the when you were talking about like, are they maybe looking for a flank play? That red minion just like I was wondering what that was.
This time around, LGD not necessarily always, you know, restraining the eagerness, but they were definitely a little more
doing. Have your jungle and have this Gwen sit on the Baron, take control of mid with your other 3, and then let Talia even set up a wall to make it very difficult. Looks like they want to try to make an engage, get a numbers advantage.
Joel tried to buffer the dredge line, but missed the wall, so he is forced to flash, and he still goes down. Haichao gets punted back in. Weiwei's going to try to turn it around with Zika onto the back line, but there's just too much damage. There's just too much to deal with on LGD. They rip the XQW Talia, but they can't deal with the Sasa Gwen, and it's just Photic left to defend the base 1v4. I don't think it's going to end up in a hero story for LNG. LGD starting to march it down into the base.
That'll be the end of this one. It's unfortunate for LNG. Again, they just came off of a loss to JDG. They needed to make a bounce back here. And LGD, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't clean, but they were able to find themselves, ready the ship, and get into their first win of Group D.
Joel is back up, tries to at least look for one of the targets, but everyone else is full, hitting on the Nexus. GG, well played.
I definitely think IG are perfectly okay with letting this game go to big team fights, go to a little bit late game. I feel like JDG need to be proactive.
Squeezing advantages to really kind of get the most out of the champs.
Using the crash here with the wave, a la under pressure and topside. Gonna get the flash out, missing also on the roam. The Shy just decides he wants to go
What are we doing?
But didn't realize that missing was there. He's burning, but he might be able to get out of this one. Missing, looking to close the door on this play. The flail is going to go wide from Didier. The Shy, one more.
That's
No,
it.
he can't get away, and he dies to the boomerang of Allah. First blood to Jake.
Kind of hit or miss there, and even their playoffs, yes, they went up against TES, who eventually went on to be the champions, but even in that game, we had a lot of mechanical, individual mistakes coming in for Invictus Gaming. So despite some hiccups in the early game from Tashai, he's holding his own, and he's being more reliable. They need this play to work, otherwise I think this is a game that is going from bad to worse for JDG.
Oh, man. See, this is why I just feel like Misfortune is so hard to play into that duo in specific. Both
Let's go,
guys going
Tashai!
off, but only one got pulled off, and JDG comes away wanting. IG making the plays across the map.
They are outplaying on every side. First, it's Gala Mako on the opposite side, killing Pays, missing, and Shun are not able to execute on the dive. It does mean that they'll get some turret plates, but all this is happening, and JJ is finishing up Grubs. Such a big win for Invictus Gaming. He still has ultimate. I would do it. Do it. Do it.
This. You are not allowed. That is illegal as hell, and somebody's coming into a place for JDG to rally them away, because my goodness, IG is making them look devastated.
An on-site interview, thanks to Patty for
getting the Shy as well. It's very difficult to exist for Pays, and that was the guy we were saying, you know, had a great last game, but is showing those Wonder Star performances. Now we look at the map state, and JJ is taking that dragon, so it's going to be pretty hefty objective control so far in the early game from IG.
JDG have just been late to every single objective. I mean, we were talking about making that bot lane dive onto the Shy, and then they still lose out on the Grubs. I also just want to note, Mako is 2 levels over missing. Usually that doesn't matter for supports, but this big of an experience gap between these two is really worrisome, as Missing has had a lot of criticism levied towards him so far in the start of 2025. And I mean, for IG,
Cubby.
still looking good. Yes, by Cubby. We got a flank TP coming in. Okay, JDG.
He's here to block off, though. Is it going to be enough? They need to move down towards the south part of the fight. Nice.
Beautiful.
Little drifting there from JJ to stop the engage from Scout. They get Missing in the end and maybe turn this around. Meanwhile, bot side, the Shy in a 1v1 against Allah. This was the matchup we wanted to see, and the Shy's about to get outplayed. He gets hit by the brick, and Allah's a whole house.
Ah, man, Allah, that got very close. I know he was very much sweating during all of that. And when we look at this play, JDG, aside from their top laner getting that kill, come out behind in this. Rookie was able to go top lane, take the top tier 1. In the mid lane, I think Jeje and Mako played that form so perfectly, lose some of their summoner spells, but prevent JDG from grabbing a kill onto Gala or even getting more from IG. What a great stop of play from Invictus Gaming.
And that's the kind of cerebral gameplay I love to see from Jeje. And now we see them compounding that even more. Missing, gonna go down for a 3rd time in the game, and it's Rookie who claims a 2nd kill of the game itself.
We're at 15, almost 16 minutes, and IG are mounting a 3,000 gold lead. Remember, IG made an early exit out of playoffs in the lower bracket.
I'm so happy to see this Jeje and Rookie combo finally.
Yeah. Jeje has also, I think, been the most consistent and probably the best player when we talked about from Split 1 coming out for IG. So good to see that he's continuing to have that same level of success. But for IG now, despite what's happening, Thashai, all you got to do is just keep Allah trapped here. During all of this, they're looking for a play.
Scout just doesn't get to exist, man. This champion, maybe I'm going to go on a soapbox here. This champion is literally a win card. It is an ace. It is whatever you want to call it, an auto win Exodia. Because they are not allowed to be anywhere that IG are on the map, and it's just a compositional difference at that point. You didn't get far enough ahead. You're about to hit 2 items for all these carries on IG, and they're about to charge into a tier 2 down here and get massive damage onto it, and massive pressure now moving over to the Dragon Pit potentially.
This is so dangerous. I think, especially for JDG, who, I mean, coming in, we all expected this team to potentially be first. We said that this matchup had the bearing of who exactly was going to be top dog, at least in this first round robin for the group.
About half his health doing the Atacon there. Looks like IG trying to bait this one out a little bit. Get a little bit of healing for Rookie, so he's back to decent health here for this fight. It's already
They're
going
getting
down,
TPs
though.
in. We're going for this play. No Mega Gnar for this fight.
They just turn it, and there goes Rookie right into the evisceration of a double kill for Tiantian. There's the bullet time, but it does literally nothing. 5-man strong of IG picking up all the flowers. Alla looking for a 4-man Mega Gnar right there, but he just doesn't have it in time. He doesn't have the range.
Against LGD, definitely feeling good. Now here up against JDG, early favorites for the group. I think there's a lot to be excited for, and even cancels the animation. Oh, Rookie.
God.
Let's go.
Rookie is feeling himself here, but maybe feeling himself a little too hard. Gets immediately solar flared and pays, cleans him up for 700 gold. JDG make a preemptive play on top side.
How much more can JDG get off of this, though? There's no way for them to play for. This turret is under 0 threat. I'm going to just not comment on what just happened for Gnar. I'm going to just consider that a visual bug. Scout should be fine. Oh, he doesn't have ultimate. Maybe this is a little tough. Oh, doesn't get the stun. All right, fair play. They're going to continue on the top side, though.
Let's keep going. They got the
my
flash out of Gala. He's just popping him with mystic shots. Oh, the truth shot. Gala just almost got a solo bolo there with that flash play, and he is back at it.
JDG.
No. Okay, they're surrounded. It's a little bit of a 4v4, but right now JDG have the better health bars. Losing a lot of that, though. And there comes the engage from Tiantian. Pays is getting chased down. Meanwhile, Gala's just solo killing, missing over there on the side. Pays gets slowed down by the flail. And now that Mega Gnar ulti will buy some time. Alla try to save Pays, but it's not enough. There's an angry Croc and a big man with 2 swords as Alla will stand there and die. JDG are down, and IG have claimed their heads.
Baron's in 50 seconds. I don't know if that's going to top laners. Alla has not been that guy this game.
But the saddest part is he's the one that's having probably the most impact on the game for JDG so far. That's not saying much.
For a little moment, something I usually try never to bring out, but I am looking at missing boots. We said that there was a lot of AD coming in from IG. We'll see if they're able to turn off of this Baron. It's kind of a last hope.
I don't know. The Shy's already popped Dominus. Baron goes down. Oh, God. They're chickens with their heads cut off. They're running all over the place, but it ain't pretty. Shun trying to find the Shy. Now, Alla getting some decent damage onto him. Shun not having enough. Gets the execution there with the claws, and Shun gets 1 kill. Mako will find that Glacial Fissure on a Scout, and Gala will claim him once again. Old friends on LNG no longer. Gala claims his life, and JJ right next to him. What do we do when your brothers are killing you, Scout? As now that mid lane tier 2 will fall.
IG are just saying, hey, thanks for the match. We'll see you in a couple days for the other side when we get to play blue side here in Group D. And IG now, Baron, 5 grubs. I think this might just be the end of the game. They've got 2 minion waves here, and I don't think JDG have enough, but I guess IG are feeling a little too trepidatious.
No, this is like best of 1 Fearless. This is full Omega Overdrive Fearless. You can't play the champions again, Alex.
I think they want standard fearless.
But
right
tell me, can you play the champions again in this matchup?
I'm not even going to indulge you. I'm just going to talk about the fact that I got to be able to make true on the gameplay.
We'll see. They actually are a little bit caught in transition here. Alla ends up using that double jump to get away the dragon. This is Soul, by the way, for IG. Yeah. Very important setup for JDG to get here. Scout's just a little bit late. The Dragon already going down. They are not in position. Well, you're doing the red buff, JDG. The Dragon is the Soul. That's the most important thing. They can't even fight for it. Now missing. It's just going to get caught by IG. And so is Shun. IG going for the throat here, straight down the middle.
I'm pretty sure Alla is protesting this game. Why are we using Gnar ultimate against red buff? Like we were saying, we wanted to see JDG play around the dragon. We lose Mega Gnar, there's absolutely no place for us to play. So now it's going to be another inhibitor falling in mid. They've got JJ is playing Sejuani, and he has 5,000 HP. I think he's fine. Now there's no Mega Gnar. What are we doing? JDG, we are absolutely lost. These are some of the games that we were kind of questioning.
Missing is dying, man. Oh my God, Alla gets hit. Rookie wants a combo. Rookie wants it. Rookie, he's not going to get anything. Bullet time. That might have been the 3rd one we've seen all game, and it lasted for 1 second. Mystic shots raining from hell as Gala finds himself a triple. Get him a penta. Come on, keep going as the turret is there to block off JDG, but Gala is turning it on this Ezreal.
They'll end through mid. They've got a super minion wave, and they've even got a wave on bottom lane if they can't do it here. But it is Hextech Soul, 5 grubs, and another mid wave.
Dude, Gala, instant MVP of this game. Rookie, yes, had a great time, but man, these Mystic shots, the accuracy, the lethality of Gala on the Ezreal is second to none here. And that is a 8-0-7 performance for the super carry of IG. And there we go. This game is omega important.
Yeah, Nocturne Rakan is one of the strongest pairings I think you can get from jungle support, just because of the fact that so I think in China there was a pop-up shop that actually made honey fruit, like tried to make one-to-one recreations as a official drop. I'll hold that. Zika.
There's a little bit of honey fruit in top side. 1v1 me as Zika going low, but got the needlework. One more auto. The Shy dashing, but the snip is just enough, and that's gonna be the kill to Zika.
Is he gonna add
First blood
minions?
for LNG, and he gets flashed on by Dede. He will be much more equipped to contest some of these. Oh, Photic. He's getting all in by Gala right now. Gala has been ruthless. He's been a menace, and he's been a monster.
And literally doesn't even have to worry about it. He also gets the flash out from Photic, so that'll be something.
Another 1v1. I feel like we're getting deja vu here, but Dede is here this time to make it a sequel, and in the sequel, it is the Shy who comes out on top.
And now he'll be able to catch this wave. It's 40. Should just be the dragon going over. They are making the trade on the opposite side of the map as Weiwei is on these grubs. This time, Rookie is not going to be able to come over and start hitting him and stopping him from grabbing this objective. So, in the meantime, it is going to be 4 grubs, which is nice for someone like Gwen. There are not many champions from IG that can actually ultimate. They're going to look for a trade on these 2 turrets, but it's Rookie and JJ already hitting this top tier one. That's probably going to be going down, maybe with Gwen and 4 grubs, but I think it's very unlikely. Dragon spotting in 45 seconds, and I mean, IG just have complete control of the top side of the map.
We are going to get the trade from LNG with the bot side outer turret going down. They are bringing more members down here with that flank. They are going to come down with the crash down here, though, as they get the preemptive engage before the reinforcements are here, but they didn't get the kills in time. And now the paranoia coming in on the back of it as well. They might be able to clean 2 kills, but can't do it. JJ is right there. Oh, no, Photic. You're about to get solo bullet again. Don't do it. He steps away. Luckily, can't cleanse, or at least didn't cleanse out of that Chains of Corruption that time. And Dede pulling everybody out of his side of the jungle down here.
But because they spent so much time on trying to maybe chase onto the Shy, they lose access to the Dragon now. I mean, Photic losing the 1v1 means that Gala has access to mid first. They have the TP coming in from Haichao, and Mako can very quickly, he's already back out on the map and here for the Dragon, so we thought this was going to be a win for them to be able to avoid the fight. IG say, hey, thank you for spending so much time. You're now out of sync with tempo and my paychecks. So that happens. But this right here, I think, is a mistake. We can't be going for Mbessa here. We're getting a start onto the Herald, and LNG are getting into a good spot, but I think IG do not want to give this up for free.
They don't, and I think they have a really good angle. The Shy is just in a 1v3, but buying time for Dede to come around the backside of the fight. Whoa,
nice.
Is completely out. That's a point-blank shockwave from Rookie, but now he doesn't have any tools available back to help everybody else. Now Zika going low, though. Zika down. He was in the midst of all 5 members of IG, and LNG kind of just left him alone. That's the Rift Herald going the way of Invictus Gaming.
It was some sloppy fights, but still the end result is worth it. Herald taking that away from LNG, and now this is essentially like 2.5 fights lost, right? Yes, you got that kill onto Mako bottom lane, but you lost out onto the Dragon. You've now lost out onto the Herald, which we already said was going to be tough for you to contest. And now you find yourself down, yes, it's 2,000 gold, but think about the map.
Oh, Paranoia is used. They are just taking down Photic, though, but Gala chasing him out. One more auto, and Photic is gone. JJ has decided, you wanted to fight me? No, you're fighting now, as he doesn't end up following through. He's about to have that Ishtal's impact coming back. But
with the Otacon spawning in a minute. Now with this mid-tier one going down, IG are really starting to prep themselves to take over in this game.
They are taking over so quickly, too. We're only 19 minutes in, and it feels like they run the world here on Summoner's Rift. And there's still so much to go. It's still so long till there's a Baron even up on the table, but they are pressing into tier 2s in mid lane. Wrapping around on LNG. LNG deciding to start up the Dragon. They have Zika in the pit already. He's the one starting it up. Feels a little bit difficult, though, because LNG, they don't have a consistent fight. They don't have an easy way to set up, and now they are flanked by Mako. They'll be pushed out of the Dragon pit, and Dragon renewed aggro onto IG. The Shy has joined the fight and is looking for an angle. LNG, they feel like they can't do anything. They're trying to step up. They can't find an angle. Paranoia goes down. Light switches off, but who's really flashing who here as they get the big Magnet Storm combo, and the Shy has found the backline too, and impale into a single member. Didn't matter. Technically executed. Goes High Chow with a double kill from the Shy, and Zika was trying his damn heart out, but he will fall nonetheless. Almost 6,000 damage done by Gala, and that'll be soul secured by Invictus Gaming. A TP, maybe a play from LNG. Maybe they want to try something, but Paranoia is not going to be used just yet. Down to 5,000 health goes the Atacon. LNG, they're still surrounding. They're getting a TP in. Paranoia goes in. LNG's last gasp effort here, but look at the Hex Soul. It's doing so much work onto the combined members, and now IG just single out. Whoa! Zika trying to take down Rookie. Rookie going gold and buying time. Look at High Chow, gets the defense, but Gala is still under tower, and the fadeaway rocket too! Give him a triple kill! And that's IG running away with this game.
When are we ever going forward, LNG? Please, we need to do something in this game. It's just too damn late at this point. It'll be the Otacon going over, so if you thought it was hard enough to kill IG before, well, guess what? Now they've got voracious Otacon revives on top of it. They'll take the big purple worm to spend a little bit more time, but this game is just quite over, and IG
falling a little bit short when they arrive to playoffs, and it was consistency. It was always the issue, and I'll say, the Skarner going over definitely helped things in this game. I think LNG will figure they want that one back.
Yeah,
for sure.
I just don't know if this was a Skarner diff game.
No,
you know?
exactly. But it was a combination of things. I think I know we haven't talked about it too much, and we're going to get engaged here, so maybe we don't get to it just yet, but they actually do end up finding a decent damage onto the Shy. He's still taking up. Look at Gala. Gala's literally just free tapping people's heads right now, although that Emperor's Divide's going to buy a lot of time. I don't think it's going to be nearly enough. They get the Atacon resets, and Titche is getting those Heartsteel stacks, baby. That's the dopamine that we need him to have as they are getting pushed into the base by Rookie. And that is going to be all she wrote. Zika being ran down. Oh, he got him. The solo bolo for the Skarner to make things hurt even more.
Okay, Rookie's definitely going to go down, but think about how much LNG just lost, and those were Otacon revives. The Shy has teleported back in. Gala recognizes he's probably not going to get there before this game ends. He's going to just start taking wolves. IG blow open the game, completely leave LNG's base in tatters. That'll be 2 inhibitors as well. I mean, just what else can we say about IG that we haven't already today?
What else can you say is that JJ is a GOAT. This man has been on
Skarner.
a tear.
Oh, I think he actually wins this
day. Dude, he's in a 1v3 lose.
All right, thank you, Thashai. Thank you, Thashai.
But dude, yes, the Skarner, whatever, the Skarner. But all 3 games today, JJ, he has a specific job on this team, and it's to find the in-betweens between Rookie, Gala, and the Shy. And I think he has done so proficiently. It has been beautiful to watch, and making it seem like he's doing nothing, but he's doing so much. He killed himself on his own Emperor's Divide, by the way.
Oh my god, Rookie! Don't make me feel things like that, bro. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope.
Rookie's going to internationals this year.
Don't say it, please, man.
He's going.
Thashai, this just means that the monkey paw has curled. I'm about to see Thashai do something very disgusting in playoffs, and I'm not going to see my guy in MSI.
Oh, okay, in playoffs.
But it's okay. It's in playoffs. It'll be in playoffs. They have at least split 3, as we expect IG to win this game. Now up 11,000 gold, playing with our food a little bit. Many animals outside of the usually domesticated kind. So.
Oh well, they hurt very badly. In Texas,
I didn't even know scorpions could bite you. I thought they just pinched you, or
well,
like
they pinch you and
you.
sting you. That's like you call it a bite.
That's not a bite.
Whatever. It's a bite. It's a bite. Anyways. In Texas, in the countryside, scorpions love to come into your houses because it's colder than the outside.
Yeah.
And they glow in the dark, if you didn't know that. Some of them, some species glow in the dark, but the ones that in Texas where I live, they glow in the dark. And so you'd wake up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom or go get water or whatever. You just see these glowing dots on your ground. I think LNG are seeing a lot of those glowing dots right now, and I don't think they're ever going to want to see a Scorpion ever again, because I am still surprised that they let Skarner through, and JJ makes them hurt with it. That is IG domination of Group D in day one of this setup for this group. And they are looking like the kings of the group itself.
Let's just go ahead and end this one out, guys. There it is. The Elder takes the last hit. The Inhibitor now going down. The Nexus next to fall. Had with AL and with TES, and they're actually able to go kind of band for band with both Hope and Jackie Love. I'm kind of looking at that, and then you're looking across.
Gets the play onto him, does end up having to burn his flash, even though he saw Soon coming around there. Pays all by himself on bot lane, missing the hook as that flash was beautiful.
No!
Damn it, and Pays gets the 2-for-1.
There we go. This guy made it happen by himself. It's a lot of summoners down from
record of JDG bringing in these big star 80 carries. And he's starting to fill those shoes a little bit.
And so he does lose out on this minion wave. Thank you to our observers for just straight up flaming YCX. Respect. I would say normally that this is pretty bad. Oh, Climber's here.
Oh, well, this is bad. As they do end up getting the play and another kill to Shalia on the Draven.
All right, okay. That's exactly what we want
to play maybe on the reset. We did get the lane swap situation.
Yeah, I don't think this is
That's
real,
a
but
Gwen.
XUW's
That's
coming.
a level 6 Gwen. That's a level 6 Gwen. I don't know. That needlework's going to hurt. He's doing so much work, but the turret still ticking away. Gets the 1-for-1 trade.
Oh, does Sasa
live? He had Counter-Strike up. Oh, man. That auto attack from Pace just a little bit too early.
68 focus. They do give over a kill from YCX. I feel comfortable with this. This is a Bloodthirster now done at 8 minutes for this Draven. A huge power spike coming in.
Shun gonna be caught doing the dragon. Unfortunately, YCX.
If he actually had like raw attack damage items, he probably finds that kill. But either way, like I was saying, for a team that is pretty fresh in terms of experience, LGD have been really good at some of their early games. The problem is mid-game. If they lose a single fight, they suddenly overforce for a lot of plays, and they kind of find themselves digging them a pretty deep hole to try to get out of. So that's what I was seeing.
Oh, good combos. Shun goes with the flash, does make it out. Whirling Death has already been used. Missing doesn't have ultimate yet, but nice damage from Pays. One more auto. He could get it. No, it's 2, but he still gets it. In the end, Pays is cooking him here, and Shaoya can't. Whirling Death. Whirling Death. Oh, he dodges away from it, but now Sasa. He knows he doesn't have a dash. He doesn't have a dash. Sasa in the play. Ala overextends, and that zealousness will be cut down as the hook doesn't hit in the bot lane. LGD gonna look to take the turret. Okay, here comes Shun. Cease and desist is available. Counter-Strike coming out. Is it gonna be enough? One more auto. Can't do it. Needs to chase him down. Has the flash, but has the vault breaker here and gonna clean up that kill.
But now it's bottom tier 1. It's also the turret as well. Maybe even this kill onto Shalia and Missing. Oh, okay. So it's just gonna be the trade of the ultimate, but a huge boon here for LGD, who, I mean, Ala has been trying to win the 1v1s in every one of these games, isn't able to do it against the Shy, and now here against LGD, Sasa is putting hands on him.
He is indeed, as Dragon ends up going down to Climber. That'll be a little bit of a delay in the inevitable for JDG, trying to stack those Dragons up. So that'll be a nice little trade there. Engage on mid lane. Coming through
trying
from
to push in on mid, but they have no entrance here. I think it's tough. There's an Ahri. There's also Missing here in the brush. No Charm does make this a little bit easier. They might not be able to get the objective.
No Charm. I'll take that all day. Take the fight. Triple knockup, though, for Missing. And now you got Ala cooking up from the side. Missing gets locked up. Nice triple knockup there from XQW. Re-engage with the needlework, but it's not
They're
enough.
winning
JDG, they're running for the hills. It's a 4v3. Re-engage with the leap strike, and Sasa finds another one. As now Ala gets a nice kill back, but Pays being ran down by his lane opponent, Shaoya. Look at that speed. Look at him go. And he wants to make it hurt even more. Pays. LGD looking good as they had a clear game plan. And we got a fight continuing, though. JDG seem to be caught out yet again. And it seems that ticking time bomb has come to pay as JDG are falling apart at the seams. It's been used, but LGD, they do not stop knocking on the door of JDG.
Yeah, but look at where they lose out on the map there. It isn't a play onto Sasa. It grabs a teleport away from XQW and allows time for Ala to split on the side lane. A very good start for them. It'll be another Dragon going over in trade here for LGD, but with another about 10 minutes before a potential Soul for either of these teams, I think we're feeling pretty good. Again, how much more can JDG get on the side lane?
Okay. Ala playing with his food a little bit there. They weren't able to get the tier 2 tower, and the rest of the defense is definitely coming out. LGD were doing Atacon the entire time. And Rift Herald play will be done in mid. There's so much happening on the map, but right now the Atacon feels pretty worth it for LGD. So damn rich. The man is over 2,000 gold up, the next highest person in the game. And, oh no. XQW. What happened? It's just gone.
They can look for an engage, especially on the next couple of minutes of play.
I don't think YCX is allowed to be here. He's going to have to burn the flash out. Chains of Corruption connected flash from Scout, and he's just gone. He is paper thin, and now Xiaoya, thinking he had his help there, ends up getting the stand aside onto Shun of this game. But one thing that can always be the truth is the combination that they can bring in Ala and Shun, and now they actually find Sasa, but he gets a little bit low and doesn't go down. Re-engaged there by Climber.
Nice.
Dude, he is drifted all over.
Right there, kind of gives the enemy team some time on the Rift here. I mean, I'm going to be honest. We talked about before the game that Climber has been playing a lot for his lane, so you can see it reflected in the gold differential between him and Shun. But now, the game's in a very precarious moment.
Oh, nice flash play from Missing. He pushes YCX right back, but now Missing getting a little bit lower. Xiaoya tries to go for the play onto him, but can't find the follow through. Shun dodges out of the flail, goes right back in. Dice! Oh my god, Shun just broke their ankles. Holy hell, and now Xiaoya's caught. He has to flash out. Scout has the Spirit Rush, is not going to hit the charm on the back end of it. JDG showing some teeth here as they take down the outer tower in mid.
Xiaoya's trying to heal by hitting on this Wolves, but with the Bloodthirster, you have a Gwen. You can always rip apart a Baron. So JDG, they're going to call it. They recognize that they have multiple members very low. Great control of the flank here.
They just take the engage. They just take the engage. Cease and desist is available. You called it in trap. This has been one of the most proficient champions for Shun.
Gold influxes for JDG. They're already now up a 1,500 gold, almost 2,000 here. Ala should still be able to grab this. You're playing Gwen. You do 1 million damage to turrets. It's fine. But
get him up here. The Baron's already going down. You can do it so quickly with the Gwen. They are already almost down. 4,000 health on the Baron. Xiaoya stepping up, doing chunks damage onto Missing. But the Baron going down the way of JDG. 1 kill goes the way of Xiaoya. Now the re-engage by LGD. But then nice re-engage by XQW too. But look at Scout. He's been farming up the Spirit Rush stacks. And LGD are running out of bodies. Sasa is the only one left. Can he do it? The man without a weapon. He's trying to survive. Leaf strikes out the back of the pit, but Scout has the angle. It has the charm. Shun just waiting to help lay it down, and they get the combo off as JDG clean up the fight with an ace of Group D, because they are just able to out-wrestle LGD so far on the map.
And it'd be really tough. Now, again, 50 seconds before the Baron is down, so maybe after that they can play. YCX tries to find it.
They got him. They got him.
They got him.
Let's go. XQW, he did it. He finally did it. And now they get Missing on the back end too. You got to be careful. Re-engage though. Ala has the angle on the other side. He's cutting him up, slicing him to pieces, and the needlework not enough for XQW as he claims the kill. And now it's LGD. Can't hit the stand aside. Gets one auto on a Shun. Sasa trying to chase down Scout and gets the charm off, but Scout gonna get the speed up here. All 5 members of LGD chasing him down, get him killed, and another cash in for Xiaoya. LGD cut that lead down by just a smidgen.
W and YCX, big playmakers for this team. We need to see if LGD can continue to bounce back. They've only minimized some of this gold, and now YCX get canceled.
Oh no!
All right,
got canceled. Look, Shun had his angle the whole time.
Look, it happens. He goes down. but this game is so close. It's still 5,000 gold, but you look at how many items are already done. This feels like, how is Climber only 2 items? This guy is legendarily poor. He's down 6,000 gold to Shun.
But doesn't matter. He's got the tool that matters. Oh, you have a little bit of a Chains Corruption play going on as XQW
What?
uses
Oh,
a defensive
no.
Sealed Fate. And now things are looking cooked for JDG as they get re-engaged up by Sasa. Xayah still untouched, still cooking, still going. The frying pan is hot. And LGD, they're getting burned alive with their own cooking skills. Scout has found them, and it's a full-on ace. JDG, where did you come from, and can I have some more of it?
There we go. That's going to be the end of the game. Finally, JDG come alive. It looked questionable for 35 minutes, but LGD, they're not able to crest the hill that is JDG, and they're going to be moving on forward. 2-1, second in Group D.
This is the difference between veterancy and new players. Execution matters, and JDG just executed LGD. They will take solid grip of that second place and wait for that day number 2.